Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Ultra Instinct Tarot. Okay, so that card peeped, so I'm gonna put it down. Aquarius. I had to take a deep breath before this reading, so if you would like to, you are more than welcome. Oh, that one wanted to be seen. Take a deep breath if you feel like it, Aquarius. Take a deep breath if you feel like it. Okay, so both these, the first two, I stopped when there was a card kept peeking and it wanted to be seen. So I don't know if this is about something that's going on that's like peeking at you, hasn't fully shown itself to you, but there's been little sprinkles here and there, little hints of something. I'm not sure what yet. Or it means that something wants to be seen. You know, those cards wanted to be seen. The Fool. A beginning. It's 0. The Fool. So Mrs. Major Arcana. This is the beginning. This would be January. Or I guess probably the moment right before January, right after December. That's probably what this one is. But point is, there is a circle that's being completed, which is bringing about to another circle. So the tree of life is all about these circles. We go round and round and round until we get it, and then we move on to another circle. So this to me is the beginning of a new circle. So you may feel like a fool. You know, everyone feels like a fool when you don't know. See, he doesn't know how dangerous this is, but you think he cares, he's having a good time, and the world is protecting him. He knows, no matter what, he's always going to go back around. Moment to moment, and with every step, the fool leaves the past behind. Carries nothing more than his purity, innocence, and trust, symbolized by the white rose in his hand. A pattern on his waistcoat contains the colors of all 4 elements of the tarot, indicating that he is in harmony with all that surrounds him. His intuition is functioning at its peak. At this moment, the Fool has the support of the universe to make this jump into the unknown. Adventures await him in the river of life. The card indicates that if you trust your intuition right now, your feeling of the rightness of things, you cannot go wrong. If you trust your intuition right now, if you trust your feeling of the rightness of things, you cannot go wrong. Your actions may appear foolish to others or even to yourself. We try to analyze them with the rational mind, but the 0 place occupied by the Fool is the numberless number where trust and innocence are the guides, not skepticism and past experiences. And like we said, it's peaking. This new is peaking. It's kind of letting you know, hey, but you still gotta choose it. Your actions may appear foolish to others or even unto yourself if you try to analyze them with the rational mind. Card indicates that if you trust your intuition right now, you cannot go wrong. Just like I trusted to let these cards show themselves. I couldn't go wrong because the universe has my back. Suppression. Interesting. Okay. What is being suppressed? 10 of Wands. The Wands is your will. your reason to move, your reason to get up in the morning, your passion. Fire doesn't stop moving, it just keeps on moving, keeps on going. But this is the 10. It's been moving for a very long time now. And after the 10, interesting. See, the 10 is the end of the fire cycle. And then after the 10, we move on to the water cycle, water of the one with emotions. So movement, all this doing, passion stuff, that's the end, that was the end of the circle. So maybe you're a pro at your passion. So we move on to the water, the emotions. Maybe you're not so good at emotions. Maybe you're a fool in that category and you don't know. But a fool, a 0, has all of the numbers ahead of him, all of the information ahead of him. Yeah, these are like complete opposites. This one has gotten so much information that it's getting heavy, and all of this information and all of this, rules that he had for his passion and stuff, they eventually, when you have so many rules, so many, and it's more about the rules and not the passion, So how cool, how good, how dope would it be to get rid of all of these rules, all of these things that are weighing us down, and see things like a newborn, like a fresh out of the oven. These feelings compared to these feelings. Yeah, this is the one that's starting his adventure. This is the one that has been adventuring for too long without any rest, because fire doesn't stop moving. Even though this doesn't mean you're going to stop moving. It just means this fool is moving, but without all this suppression weighing him down. Yeah. I think that was it right there. 10 of fire. Suppression. The figure on this card is quite literally all tied up in his knots. His light still shines within, but he has repressed his own vitality, trying to meet so many demands and expectations. There's a fool in there. He has given up all his own power and vision in return for being accepted by the very same forces that have imprisoned him. The danger of suppressing one's natural energy in this way is apparent in the cracks of a volcanic eruption about to take place around the edges of the image. The real message of the card is to find a healing outlet for this potential explosion. It is essential to find a way to release whatever tensions and stresses might be building up inside you right now. Beat on a pillow, jump up and down. Go out into the wilderness and scream at the empty sky. Anything to shake up your energy and allow it to circulate freely, like the 0. Don't wait for a catastrophe to happen. Yeah. Do anything you can to release all this weight that you've been feeling. Talk to someone, do some exercise. Do anything that makes you feel like this fool. Adjustment. And these are the cards that peaked. This is number 8. Major Arcana. So the Fool path is connecting the 1 and the 2. And Adjustment is number 8, which connects number 5 to 6. Interesting. 5 is all about fighting, where you learn strength, and 6 is all about where you learn beauty, where you learn to be your best self and can show it to others. So an adjustment is taking place. An adjustment from this 10 to this 0. That's a big adjustment. And this doesn't have to be, 10 terrifying or anything. This is just scales balancing each other out. When there is tension, there will eventually be a relief. Where there is a relief, there will eventually be tension. And it's how we grow stronger. Like muscles, you know, they are like this, and then you tear them apart, and then they grow back together stronger. And then you tear them apart again, and then they grow back together even more stronger. And that is adjustment. Each adjustment, you know, the adjustment of tearing them up and them growing back together, making them stronger. And then the judgments of being torn apart and of being brought back together. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I want to say about this card. For some reason, I feel like this reading shouldn't be as long as my other ones. Like, not because I want it to be shorter, but this one just feels like it doesn't want to be as long as the other ones. Prince of Wands. Okay, so for me, the court cards are just like all the different zodiacs, you know, like how people say, I did that because I'm a Pisces. I did that because I'm an Aquarius. Oh, he's that way because he's an Aquarius. And then start using it as an excuse, you know, of why they do the things they do. Or, oh, I can't help it, I'm an Aquarius. No. So all these zodiacs, all these court cards, it can be seen as skills and abilities that we are able to use in this game. So, you know, fire signs are better at showing up, being seen, movement, their passion. You know, they have their stat points in those skills because those are the ones they wanted to use for whatever reason they wanted to be here, for whatever adventure they wanted to go on. So Aquarius, let me see if I have any notes on Aquarius and the way I do not have any notes on Aquarius yet. But that's the point of these court cards and of, you know, any zodiacs really. They're just the different skills and abilities that we have at our use, and, you know, where are you going to put your stat points? Which skills and abilities do you more want to use for whatever passion you got going on? The Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands is heir of fire. The Prince of when I read these characteristics of the Prince of Wands, so these are the characteristics that if I were you, I would pour a bunch of my stat points in so that I can ready for this new adventure that is coming. Because this Prince of Wands is completely opposite of this Ten of Wands. So that is the adjustment we want to need. We don't want to be like this guy anymore. We want to be like this guy, ready for this new adventure that awaits us. So the heir of fire. Prince of Wands, he is romantic, especially in matters of history and tradition, to the point of folly, and may engineer stunts or play elaborate practical jokes. The ascendant or the rising sign in one's astrological natal chart is second only to the sun sign in importance. Among other things, it represents the native's personality and how they appear to others in the world. Crowley's ascendant was 3 degrees Leo. Consequently, he identifies strongly with Leo and with the Prince of Wands, who rules 20 degrees Cancer to 20 degrees Leo. This card is Crowley's idealized image of himself. First of all, we find his personal seal, the mark of the beast emblazoned upon the breast of the prince. This device appears in only 2 other places in the Thoth Tarot. And the 5 of Wands represents 0 to 10 degrees Leo, and the Ace of Discs, which by tradition is the signature card of the deck's creator. The prince is even seated in Crowley's favorite yogic posture, the Thunderbolt Asana. Crowley, because he felt he knew himself so well, had a great deal to say about the moral qualities and intellectual paradoxes of this card. He is often violent, especially in the expression of an opinion, but he does not necessarily hold the opinion about which he is so emphatic. His character is intensely noble and generous. He may be an extravagant boaster, while slyly laughing both at the object of his boast and at himself for making it. His courage is fanatically strong, and his endurance indefatigable. He is always fighting against odds, and always wins in the very long run. While Crowley identifies with this card because of his rising sign, it also describes a few other notables whose sun sign makes them Prince of Wands, like Julius Caesar, John Dee, Nelson Mandela, Mick Jagger, Jacqueline Kennedy, Madame Blavatsky, and Christopher Hyatt. Fiery reds and yellows and gold dominate this card, as they do in all of the Wand Court cards. So if you don't feel like you are this type of person, start putting your stat points into being the Prince of Wands. That is the adjustment that is going to help from this oppression to being more like this Fool. The Sun. Wow. Yeah, see, fire red. This is the Sun within, the Fool within. See how the Sun is a 0 and the Fool is also a 0. The Sun. The adjustment is going to lead you right to the Sun, right towards beauty. That is this path right here, and we have made it. You have made it, Aquarius. Major Arcana number 19. Yeah, this is a really good card, especially with everything here that's going on. Yeah, look at the baby. Yeah, see, look at it. Imagine seeing things with so many rules. You know, we make that adjustment of seeing life like a newborn baby. Yeah, whenever our parents have kids, you know, the parents shouldn't have the mindset of, oh, I need to teach my kid things. You know, oh, they need to think the way I do. No, like parents, it's a huge opportunity for parents to be able to see things in a completely new and different manner, you know, or even old manner that they completely forgot about, you know, because they were kids once. But no, we feel like turning into adults. So, wow, now we're so serious and we can't have fun. No, no, no. Be a fool. Be a kid. Adult is just a made-up word, just like kid is. We are who we are, and that's the only thing that should matter. Happiness should be the only thing that matters. Vitality, success, positivity, optimism, and radiance. That is what matters, not all of this suppression. In tarot, the sun is representative of light, warmth, radiance, and life. It gives the full energy, strength, positivity, and charisma. The light of the sun shines on her, within her, and through her. She brightens the world with her energy and boundless optimism. With her heart full of love, confidence, and gratitude, it is only natural for the fool to express her joy and imbue others with that same joy. Yeah, this guy is not doing that at all, but this fool is. The energy of this card is vibrant. It is a reminder that after each dark night, after each suppression, there comes a new day. There's an adjustment. When the night becomes day, that's an adjustment. This transformation is at the heart of the Sun card, sacred and wonderful. What does it feel like to be embraced by the sun's warmth? Do you trust that light always returns after darkness? How does this make it easier to accept the night? Interesting. Define happiness. Consider what it is that you are doing when you are happiest. Think about what your happiness looks like and how it changes your outlook towards others. Bring light. Joy is a gift that is meant to be shared. So consider how you can let your light shine through to others. Think about ways that you can bring joy, whether it's by doing a favor or giving a small gift. Explore what it feels like to be able to give. Play. Challenge yourself to do something every day that serves no purpose other than giving you pure enjoyment. Wow. Yeah, get ready. This new adventure is gonna be dope AF. And it's something that you created, that your inner son created, that you created after experiencing all this suppression. Why would you want to keep creating suppression? Nah, man. Let's look at all that yellow, that fire. And it was hidden within, and it wasn't able to see how in this card it's all being suppressed, the red, the yellows. But this is what we want, freedom. This is what we want. Our reds and yellows are passion to be all over the place. Look at how happy they are. Reds and yellows all over the place. No more suppressing. And the magician. This is about creation. See, look at that. We started in the 0 and we end at the 1. Our path, our adventure keeps on going. Oh, so the fool, right, doesn't know anything. The fool is entering new challenges. But the next card is the magician. So after being the fool, after not knowing anything, the fool finds enjoyment and fun in something and decides to keep doing it and decides to get really good at it because it's fun. And that is what the magician is about. Magician has picked something he loves and enjoys and has become an expert in it. So what would you like to become an expert at? What would you like to do? Especially something that you don't know about, that you would feel like a fool for doing. The magician: power, skill, manifestation, concentration, creation, will, and intention. When the fool becomes the magician, he realizes that he has profound agency in the path that he is taking, that it can shift and undulate according to his will. In this way, the magician is the embodiment of willpower, choice, and desire. He is the key to all magic and a reminder that intention and perspective can be great tools to manifest tangible outcomes. When you look within and acknowledge your power, you will learn that creating your own fate is not only possible, but is your responsibility alone. What can you do right now to set your goals into motion? What changes do you have to make? You can create the world you want to see, and that starts with yourself. Yeah. Channel your desires, know your power, and acknowledge your tools. Let's go. After so long suppression, after so long of all of this weight, finally focusing on something that you enjoy, that you want to do, and you can create something beautiful out of it. You aren't going to be a fool for very long, even if it's something new. So yeah, enjoy what's coming, Aquarius, because it's just pure good enjoyment, good things. $37. Okay. Yeah, this is saying bye to this suppression. Are we gonna be sad about it? Nah, we're gonna boogie wonderland about it. Dance, boogie wonderland. What a cool moment. Dance, party, sing, be goofy, be silly. Why so serious? Goodbyes don't have to be sad. Have Kevin grind you up from the front and Aaron pretend to hump you from behind. It will be a better tribute to your years here. Yeah, you want to spend all your years being suppressed, but also, things are coming full circle. If you're already going out, you might as well go out with a bang and have fun, man. Have fun, man. Okay, interesting. So this new being turning into a magician, you might have to be a fool for a little bit. Being the sun, we know where your path is taking you. You know where you want to go. What number is this? I did a horrible. job with the number placement on this one. It's number 18. Something hidden, yeah. See, so it's gonna be something that might take a while, but that's okay. It's better than being suppressed in an adventure. You know, it's like One Piece. You know, you can be upset that One Piece has 1,000 episodes, or you can be excited that you're starting from zero and you get to watch this cool ass show from the very beginning and enjoy all of these new adventures that are coming. You know, because One Piece is great. It's a great story. I'm not even very far into it, but all right, let's read the card. Sorry. Today's about today. Today is just about having today. It's gonna take a long time, and then it's perfect. And no rush. Long story. Couples trust. If you have patience, it means you are still waiting for something that's not happening. This guy is waiting for patience. Go one step further and let go of that patience. A person with no patience is completely here today, like this fool. They don't wait for anything as there's nothing to wait for. Today is already here. Everything that is happening is supposed to be happening. There's no rush. Today is just about having today. Okay. 28. Why did that one pop up at the very end? That's weird. This feels like the same suppression, right? They're both kind of... This is about alone. I can't be alone anymore. Andy, do you like being alone with me right now? And he says, no, this is horrifying. I don't like being alone with me either. Before you do anything else, learn how to be alone and not lonely. If you are feeling lonely, face the loneliness. Don't run away from it. It's actually impossible to run away from because you will always be with yourself. Remember, you are one. Be the one that you need. I promise you that if you face the loneliness, you might just find out that you're actually pretty cool to hang out with. All right, new adventures await Aquarius. And no matter what happens, say goodbye to feeling this way and welcome in this new adventure. Have fun.
Debo resignarme a que no estés, aunque esté muy triste, ya no lloraré.